Welcome to the Valley of the Sun. Phoenix, Arizona, we're here for what ought to be another exciting edition of the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. While this game caps off the regular season, how that season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes.
Hey, what up?
Taking on
That's gonna be in the meeting about 7
West,
minutes, though.
the Fresno State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started.
Bro, your headset messed up or something?
Can you hear me?
Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game.
I swear, last week that bitch said you had a bowl game. It must have been a glitch in the system.
The Buffaloes offense will take the first swing of the game. And here he comes.
What's going? They said it.
What's going fast? The heart rates of everybody.
Oh, maybe something had happened though.
Me and Showtime had when we saw it. He the one I was watching his screen. He the one that
find a way to try to slow this guy down. And he's gonna touch it every single play. He'll be the main focal point. Can he handle
They said I got 4 weeks left on my contract.
Can he handle this stage and
Yeah,
lead
4 weeks
his
left.
team in a big moment?
Which don't make no fucking sense. Hell, just fire me before the season over with.
Non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember.
I think I got offered by Indiana, but it's like,
your career, and then it's the last time
oh, I know they ain't trying to change. I know they ain't trying to add teams to the conference.
Always fun, Jesse,
Fuck that shit.
to dance with your boys one last time.
Anyway.
But another thing too, I love the swag bags personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowl games. I think that's one of the best things about college football. We're in an era today where bowl games don't matter as much as they did back when you and I played, but it was special to take the field with your guys one more time, but playing in games that had so much history.
Yep, they put me on the motherfucking chopping block. I'm just surprised somebody want to hire my ass. I guess Indiana had a worse season than I did last year.
That can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The Buffaloes have this offense rolling. They'll throw it on first down. He tries to take the top off. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Buffalo! What a catch and run for 6. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You lead your offense down the field. You score right off the bat.
No, I got a meeting.
On the move from inside.
I got a meeting in like 4 minutes.
Nice job by the kickoff team.
I don't know if he's gonna get on the call though.
What's a virtual meeting?
Hell yeah, team meeting. Yeah.
As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He leaves it with his back. On the move at the 30. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Fresno State right back to the line.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense in their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Wide out in motion. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Gets it out quickly. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion. They lost yardage.
I love defenses that can tackle the catch. Right away, you're not giving up any yak. As soon as that player has the ball, he goes down now.
Sends it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Fresno State will have to punt. They'll look to pin them deep. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Leaves it with the running back. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play action
5 more days
in this game to get some explosive
what you doing for your birthday?
Field, and it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that.
Not out here in the street.
Pressure coming.
I feel that.
Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect them is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Dances away from the heat. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Shoots it to the left. How about getting the foot down?
All right, let's see if he's going to go for the meat.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
They want to just keep throwing it. Fires toward the end zone. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it, Jesse. What do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other team, with some friendly competition. The biggest thing that stands out to me, though, was a street brawl against the Miami Hurricanes. Bourbon Street getting ready for the Sugar Bowl, about 120 deep. Hard to forget that.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got his man, and he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down.
All right, we got the completion. We got some yardage. We got some positive yardage. Now we're in 4th and manageable. And you dang right. We're going for this puppy. We got our 4th down play ready to roll. We're calling it in.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Colorado.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They marched 72 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He's looking for a man on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Spalding. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's complete. A huge pickup.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll keep it on the ground.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, to the next. The offensive line will have to do a lot better job, giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
Motion, trying to get the defense to show his hand. Getting some heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. He can't haul it in. Incomplete. He had him on the crossing route, and he dropped it. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. And this one splits the upright. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Stands in and takes the hit. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Will wonders never cease if you're a defensive guy? They called PI on the offense this time. This offense has a second down play. Hand off from the shotgun. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, You have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a...
Leaves his feet and makes a nice catch along the left sideline.
That is a big-time play right there. And this defense, they have their hands full tonight for this guy. Wherever he's lined up, he's been winning on these routes. He's been doing it with speed, and right there he shows you the acrobatics and the athleticism.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys, maybe, that have joined them for the bowl practices.
I mean, you get fit.
And he's running in the open. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
Last play didn't go as planned. Now 2nd and 10 from the 26. They're trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Third and long, and the offense goes with a little play action. I don't know why the threat of the run. I'm not scared by that. You can tell the defense doesn't honor it, doesn't buy it, flies by the line, gets to the quarterback, gets the big third down stop.
Quarterback checking off. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's got it. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10. And the Buffaloes will line it up on 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Back to pass, it's Clark. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Bucks.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
And they are looking for a ball play that'll work, now facing 2nd and long from the 19. Wide receiver shows motion. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Fresno State right back to the line. They'll run it from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll run play action. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's...
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Fresno State will have to punt it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to throw, it's Clark. It's complete to the right. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Touch pass on the run. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Going up top. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football. No PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
This guy can throw it. Oh, he wants it all. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
How do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Looking to move it through the air. Quickly to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Caught near the sticks. It's Bender. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Looking to throw it again. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Got his man down the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. looking to throw on third. He'll loft one deep down the left side.
Yeah, and third is short. They choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Dropping back, it's Clark. Trying to get behind the defense. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes his connection. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. They'll immediately call timeout.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
He's going to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. And he's got it inside the 10. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll go to the air. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado! Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead going for the onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. Here comes the offense on first down. He wants to throw. Going over the top. They will score! Touchdown, Bucks!
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, you usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. On the run from inside his 25, and the returner will be brought down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Reese, 2 teams who have earned the right to play postseason football, and the result has been an exciting first half there in Phoenix at this Guaranteed Rate Bowl. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere, and I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Guaranteed Rate Bowl.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. They're just about ready to kick it away.
Set to kick it off.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. While that first half certainly wasn't what they had in mind, maybe a big comeback is in the offing here in bowl season.
Yeah, I think that's a nice way of saying they were awful in the first half. They were terrible. In bowl games, you wonder about motivation. One thing I know, they were clearly not motivated, Palmer.
No, they didn't look focused at all in that first half, David, but this is a team that has a ton of talent. If they can put it here together in the second half, they can close the season out with an exclamation.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Got him, and nobody's close. Oh, look out! At the 20. Touchdown, Fresno State! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And QBs love their big tight ends, especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Line gets set, first down. Dropping back, it's Clark. Complete. Got room at the 35. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. New set of downs after that completion. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Going for it all. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they got it 1st and 10 from the 28. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Throws to the tight end. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. He wants to throw it again. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Well, still a really nice job there on that 3rd down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of...
Touchdown, Buffaloes! And the pummeling has started.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. And he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop them, right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
On 3rd down, going up top. Works the middle of the field. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. The Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Unloads quickly. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Big loss on the last play, threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Keeps it and gets the 1st down. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Fresno State.
And I love the decisiveness by the quarterback on that play. Nobody open downfield. I'm going to go get this myself. And I'm not just going to go get a 1st down. I'm taking this thing to the house.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying it.
And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Touchdown, Colorado. And the punishment has been extended.
That is exactly what you want from your quarterback. Hanging in there, letting the route develop, throwing the football down the field while you're getting hit, and the receiver does the rest and runs into the end zone for the touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is...
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable. This defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Gets it out fast. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. And the Bulldogs are marching down the field. Motion from the offense. They're going to run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking for room. It's Bender. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Unloads to the wideout. And the pass hits, picked off. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off to 26. Looking for a productive play on first down. Pulls it, fired, complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Back to throw, it's Clark. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Buffaloes come to the line in the hurry-up. A first down run on the doorstep. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. And the D deny them on touchdown Buffs. And the route is on.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And right down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bringing it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes.
Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Wide out in motion. To the ground. He's got it again. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Now they'll run the draw. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Offense gets set for second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Unloads it left. Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Buying some time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Here comes the offense on second down. Off the play fake. Looking for the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points, and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play, and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
Fast motion from the offense. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good. So an 82-yard drive there. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They're working that left side. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking left. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. And that pass picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's got him in the flat. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Fires downfield. Caught over the middle. It's Spalding. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. He's going to take off, and he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He's right on target, and they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. They'll throw it on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
On second down, he'll fire. Can't get him to the ground. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Oh.
No good.
No good. And I guess they wanted to draw a little closer instead. Just go way behind. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Finds the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Might be looking to run. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. Got out of trouble and throws. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. The offense lining up for a first down play. He's going to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two.
Man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. He's loose. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still do count it for 6.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
Quarterback on the keeper. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. He'll keep it himself. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. It is amazing what you can do with your roster if you just refuse to have kickers. It's also amazing how you can wreck a game. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
How about that 4th down? I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the first down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on 4th down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it.
Now they're going to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jones. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments of individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Quarterback will audible. Looking to pass on 2nd down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Showing the arm strength to the left. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Fires to the tight end. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
Man, those plays are frustrating on defense. You get 3 stops, you force that 4th down, trying to get off the field, but the offense makes the play, gets the 1st down. It's almost like you got to kind of recalibrate, refocus. Forget that one. Let's do it again.
Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Quickly out to the tight end.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Forced out of the pocket. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Running back goes in motion. Oh, he's looking to throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on 4th down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day.
And that ball is picked off. Taking it the other way. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game. Just complete and utter dominance, and this one outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meet face, ball game over.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
That is the one. So, time on task. One. Time in. Must be AFK, Bando. Damn, this shit is not heating this up. What the fuck? Who the fuck did this? I hope somebody else did this shit. Let me get on up out of here. Why I look like that? Trust workbook links. This workbook links and that extra. Learn more. Alright, man. Let's get to this shit. Go. Project first. Give me a project check. Give me a hood rat check. One that don't give a what? What? Go live. Not you gonna look naked. And I dropped about 100 tickets on my head. That coffee do smell good though. Huh? I don't know about that local. Project chick, give me a hood rat bitch. One that don't give a what? What? Alright, we're gonna go live and sit in the lobby. Let's go work in the game. Alright, let's get Project Q knocked out. Let me take a break. Try to do this shit, cause I know he's gonna be watching it. Ashburn. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. You watch it. Go to location. Hidden H3D. Bruh, come on, bruh. Here he go. 80.